Hey folk, welcome back. So for today's video, we're going to be doing another little collection tour, and I'm going to be showing you all of my Barbies. So I have already done videos for Monster High. Sorry, I have obviously the stuff lit up to like show off Barbie, so it's a little dark over there, but I've already done videos for the Monster High portion of my collection and then also the Rainbow High portion of my collection. But today we are focusing on Barbie. Now, in the last one, I did ask you guys if you'd rather see the Barbie collection or the Bratz collection first. And you guys did say Bratz, so I'm sorry for going against you. It's just because the fashion pixies are ordered and on the way. Like, they're going to be arriving soon. So I just figured it'd be kind of silly to do the Bratz collection and then literally like, hi, Reese. I don't know if you can hear my cat screaming for attention at me. But yeah, I didn't want to like do the Bratz video and then be like surprised I added all these extra dolls. Like, it just seemed okay. I will kneel down so I can pet you while I do the intro. So we're doing Barbie first out of convenience. I'm really sorry to all of you who wanted me to do the Bratz first. They are coming. Like, I am still going to make that video. I'm just waiting for the fashion pixies to get to like officially join before we go ahead and do it. So yeah, we're going to be going ahead and taking a look at all my Barbies today. Definitely not like the biggest collection I have, but definitely also big enough to do a nice, interesting video for you guys. Hopefully it's interesting. Obviously, I find it interesting. I bought them, but like, hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. With the other two collections, Monster High and Rainbow High, I had said that they're all the ones that are like on display, and I do have more just in storage that need to be fixed up that like will be added at some point. I have a couple of Barbies that have not made it onto the shelf, like the I'm gonna forget what they're called now. I have a couple of Playline Barbies that aren't on display as of right now, like some more recent dolls that aren't on display, but it's, I think, literally $5. So it's not like a lot that is in display like the other ones. You're not missing so much. So this is going to be a pretty complete and pretty accurate representation of my Barbie collection as of right now. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Dolls of the World Princess Edition collection, which is like, honestly, my favorite Barbie line probably of all time, and one of my favorite lines just in general of all time. Sorry, my finger got in frame there for a little bit. I am filming this on my phone with no mic, so sorry if it's a little shaky or if the audio is a little bit worse. But yes, I love these dolls. I did a big like collaborative video with a bunch of y'all from the community to do like a ranking for them. I guess there's not really any on this shelf. I didn't have to show all that, but these, the Princess Edition dolls, I have such an intense love for. So I'll just show you like one as the example here so you kind of know what we're going with. Behind them, what you're seeing is the backs of the boxes, because part of what I love so much about these lines is that they have like information about the cultures that these dolls are meant to be from on the back of the boxes. I know, Reese, it's okay, honey. She's like popping off right now. She's going to be probably pretty noisy for the rest of this video. But yeah, and that is something that I just love so much about these dolls. Like, I obviously love the dolls themselves, but I really love the like informational aspect. I just think it's fun. So I've made it a big point to not buy any of these out of box, even though it's like definitely more expensive to buy them in box, so that I can make sure I get to keep all the backs. So all of them have their information. Okay, come here, baby. You want to be on camera for a minute? Do you want to be the star of the show? The Reese tax, except you can never pay enough of the Reese tax. Anyway, yes, so like this is just a like subcategory within my Barbie collection that I love dearly. So let's go ahead and go through them all. So the first two shelves are like ever so slightly organized by okay, hold on. I can say this word. I know I can say this word. Geographic location. So we have the Princess of Ancient Mexico as well as the Princess of the Incas, because they're both South American. And then we have the Princess of South Africa and the Princess of the Nile, because they're both representing different African cultures. So looking at the Princess of Mexico first, she's just gorgeous. I'm not going to be commentating on like the accuracy of these, because that was the point of the big ranking video. So I would encourage you to go watch that if you want to hear about the accuracy of these dolls from people who actually, again, are in the cultures. But just visually speaking, I do really like the Princess of ancient Mexico. She's just so pretty. The prints are so cool. Like the fringe is so, so gorgeous. I will say I'm not helping by having lights on, but one big thing about the stock photo specifically for the ancient Mexican Barbie is that she is so, so whitewashed. Like she is pale. It is bad. She definitely still looks pretty pale on camera because I have my big light going. So she's like slightly tanner in person. I completely understand like the critiques that she gets because I agree that even in person, she's still too pale for what you might have expected a real person from ancient Mexico to look like. But yeah, this is like a good opportunity, I guess, to say it's not quite as bad as the stock photo, which doesn't excuse it. That's not what I'm trying to say whatsoever. I'm just like, I don't know, informational. Anyway, Princess of the Incas, she's gorgeous, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually did forget to include her in that ranking video, which I genuinely feel horrible about. The reason being is because when I did that video, all of the dolls were packed away because we were still having like the basement fixed up from the mold issue that we had. So I didn't like have my own dolls to look at to remember what all exists. I just had to go off of the, I think it was the Barbie wiki that I was using, and she was missing. So I'm so, so, so sorry. It was not an intentional slight. She's gorgeous. I love her. I love the fabrics for her dress. Again, the patterns are so stunning. And this hair, I don't know like what style you would call this or like what this is as far as a fiber goes, but it's very similar to what the Princess of the Nile has. And it goes so hard. It's, oh, Reese, you knocked over. She knocked over Elizabeth with her tail swings. That's okay, sweet pea. I'm not angry at you. I could never be angry at you. But anyway, yeah, it's like a very satisfying texture. It feels really good. It looks really good. She's gorgeous. Now you've knocked over Honey too. Do you have like a vendetta? She's like, I hate the Hollywood dolls. And then we come to the Princess of South Africa and the Princess of the Nile, both also absolutely gorgeous. I think the fabric, first of all, like the thick, thick fabric that she has on the sort of wrap is so, so good. And then the jewelry for her is genuinely so incredible. Like these are all loose and extra. She's got like actual dangly earrings. She's just so like stunning and complete and gorgeous. And then we have the Princess of the Nile, who like also is incredible. What am I possibly supposed to say? I really love this fabric too. Like something about the texture of this is just really appealing to me, both like visually and also from a tactile perspective, because I am like a relatively tactile person. She's just so, so cool. I mean, again, what else is there to say? She's so gorgeous. All these dolls are so incredible. My second shelf is we've got some European ones. We do also have the Princess of the Renaissance, who is like technically inspired by Florence, Italy, as well as the Grecian princess here. So like, I didn't exclude them intentionally. It's just that because I am so hell-bent on having the box backs in the background, I can only fit $4 per shelf. So we have some European ones here. First up is the Princess of Ireland. She's so, so gorgeous. I love that she has this cloak. I'm obsessed with cloaks, y'all. Like, I genuinely just love them. They're just so fun. And honestly, like high-key, really comfy. I think we should bring cloaks back. I think we should be wearing those on the regular. Then we have the Princess of England. She's a stunner. Not necessarily the most accurate color-wise, I heard from like the English people who did, again, submit their opinions for that big ranking video. Very Barbie, though. I always have to say with her, because like all of these dolls are like a little bit older, and like, I mean, you can see it sort of on the Princess of Portugal over here too, but I feel like this one is just like the most noticeable. Her head and her neck are vastly different colors. And it's just like an aging thing. It's just because like they're made of two different materials, so they're aging a little bit differently, so the colors are off. But I feel like it always just looks so funny when I show her off, because she's a little bit discolored, but that's okay. We love her. Anyway, we have the Princess of the Danish Court. I'm obsessed with like the ruff. I need to get these girls some petticoats, because like you can see the fabric's sort of just there. Oh, I did put one under her. It's not doing enough necessarily, but I feel like she could maybe use one. Not that like a petticoat is 100% of the time the historically accurate option for these, but just like for doll purposes to make the skirts poof out, I feel like to get like the silhouette that I think they were going for, some of them need petticoats, but that is a project for later. Anyway, yeah, love her ruff, love like the headpiece, love the color too, absolutely gorgeous. And then the Princess of Portugal, who always is going to have a special place in my heart because I know I got, I'm trying to remember, I think it was her and then the Ireland and English princesses. I think those are the first three that I got because I found out about this line because I stumbled across them in a semi-local toy store and like immediately went crazy. And I think these were the first three that I got, if I'm remembering correctly. But she was the one that like fully sold me. I saw her and was like, I need to own her immediately. And I have to know like what else is included in this line because I found her and was like, purchase. Oh my God, there's more, purchase, purchase. And then now I have all of these. So she's sort of responsible. She feels very special because of that. And like also because she's just gorgeous. Like the velvet skirt, this fabric on the bodice goes so crazy hard. Like I just adore her. Anyway, this next shelf is a little bit more random just because like this was easy because it's like, okay, there's two South American ones. There's two that are from Africa. There's like a bunch that are from Europe. So like that was easy to get four that would all fit. This is less organized. This is sort of just other dolls that are included. Like I feel bad because it feels like this is more intentional, but this is just sort of what I have now. It might change because there's a couple more that I want to get, but that's again a problem for later. So yes, this one is the Princess of the Renaissance, which is just like a funny thing to do. Like they have all of these dolls that are based on cultures and countries specifically, and then it's like, the Renaissance. But if you like read the information back there, it does explain that she's mainly inspired by Florence, Italy, like the Renaissance in Florence. So I sort of consider her Italian. That's just what we're going with because Barbie was like, the Renaissance is definitely a country. I don't know. I don't know what was going on with them. She is very, very pretty though. I feel like there's just something about the color scheme that's going on for her because she's got like, not the palest of pale skin. I mean, the Grecian Barbie right next to her is paler, but she's got like somewhat pale skin with the super dark hair, and then she's got like the super dark blue mixed with the light. So there's just a lot of contrast in her design, and I do think that it makes her just quite striking. The dark makeup too is also definitely doing something. Hi, baby. I know. You were having such a hard time not getting to be the center of attention. She's such a goober. Then the Grecian Barbie. Let me, hold on. We're gonna put you down, let you look at Reese's paws. I don't know why she was like posed looking away, but she's stunning. Like the detail on here is just so gorgeous. And again, we have that fabric that I super love. It's just a fun consistency. I don't know. And the shimmer that you can get with it is so, like, she's just so elegant and so gorgeous. And then my two latest additions that I got back in April for my birthday, we have the Princess of India and then the Princess of the Navajo. She's one of my favorites, the Princess of India. Like, clearly I love all of them, okay? I've been talking for a while now and we're still on the same category. She's out of all of these dolls that I love so dearly, she's one of my favorites. I just think like the color for her is incredible. The makeup, the sculpt, the jewelry, like she's so just utterly stunning. Not to say the rest of them aren't. There's just something about her that I think goes so hard. And then we have the Princess of the Navajo, who I actually, this was the second time that I had seen her in person. The first time I saw her in person, I didn't buy her because I was like, I don't want to buy a doll that might be a bad representation of like this culture, especially because just like within the history of Barbie, not that other cultures haven't been bastardized heavily, we're just focusing here. I know there are a lot of Native American Barbies that are not good representation, and so I didn't want to buy one of those. So I went home and looked it up, and it seems like out of all of the different Native American Barbies, this one is generally regarded as a better one. So then when I found her next time, it was like literally a year in between these two times that I saw this doll and ended up like being face to face with her in person. So the second time I did get her, because then I felt better about the situation. I know, you're such a goober. Such a little princess who needs love. But yeah, I'm really happy to have her, really happy to know that she's like a relatively accurate representation, because it's just like, I would like to display that, you know? Like, I'd like to display stuff that's at least not actively offensive, right? With her too, when I got her, her rubber band that was in her hair had dry rotted. So I've tried to replicate this bun style. It's not perfect, for sure. I'm not going to say that it is, but this is like a traditional style of Navajo bun. I don't know, and I don't think that it's like exclusive to them. That's just where I was introduced to it. And it's not that it's like insanely complicated necessarily. Just for me, I've never done it before. It's not like a bun style that I've ever done. So I was like stressing, trying to get this right, trying to get her hair back to like how it had been, because she had a red rubber band that was on, and like I said, it dry rotted off. So I had to redo her hair, and I think I did an okay job, but I just wanted to try to make her look, you know, as close to stock as she could be, keep her accuracy up. So those are all of the Dolls of the World Princess Edition dolls that I currently have. Now I have to stand up. I was sitting on the floor. I do still have 2 that are just from like the general Dolls of the World lineup, and we have this big empty space here. If you saw my like room tour video, that's because from this Princess Edition line, I still want the Princess of Cambodia, and then I want the Princess of the French Court. Those are the last 2 that I want. So those 2 are going to go here. And because I know that I want them, we're holding space. Oh my God. I know I like, I'm yapping. That's how these videos go. I almost had the French Court Barbie. I ordered her. She arrived at my house. Keep in mind, these are the only dolls. Like, we'll do a little. Notice what you're not seeing is a bunch of boxes, because I personally don't care about doll boxes. Like, I don't save most of them. Obviously, there's something wrong if you do, if you keep all your dolls in box. That's just not my collecting style. These are like some of the only dolls that I give a shit about the boxes. Like, really and truly. Like, even Vampire Heart Draculaura, like, I got her new, so I kept part of the box for her display. But if I was looking to buy her secondhand, I'd be perfectly happy to get her without the box, because again, for me, I don't care about the box. These, I'm never buying one out of box, because it's so essential to how I enjoy them and how I display them. So, you know, the images online, of course, I'm careful to check. So I ordered her pristine box, gorgeous box, like maybe a few little scratches on the front, but like for my purposes, perfect. Gets home. Guess what part of the box was damaged upon delivery? The back. Like, even if the entire front had been an absolute wreck, I wouldn't have cared, because I could have unboxed it all and still used the back of the box. But the entire back of the box was like ripped and folded and like creased, and it was just ruined. So I had to return her. And then I was just like miffed and didn't buy another one, because it was a better price than I feel like I usually see them listed. So one day these spots will be filled, and we'll have the Princess of the French Court and the Princess of Cambodia. Just not right now. Anyway, though, sorry for the little side tangent. So the 2 that I do have from, again, just like the more generalized Dolls of the World, I still keep the back of the boxes, because it's fun. So we have the Ghanaian Barbie here, and I love her so much. I love the smiling face. Like, she's just so like happy and cute. Like, she just looks so good. I don't know what it is about her. And I love the like traditional garb, the headpiece, and everything is just so gorgeous. Like, she's a little dusty. That's my bad. But she's so pretty. I got her for like $8 tops. I honestly think she was $5. Which, I mean, to my understanding, this is a relatively common doll to find secondhand, but I was very happy to get such a pretty girl for such a good price. And then we have the oh my God. Okay. Let's try that again. We have the Northwest Coast Native American Barbie, which again is one that I believe is like more regarded as like a better representation. Also, if you see this back here, that's not a bug. It's like blurry right now because it's obviously the camera's not focusing on that. That's not a bug. That's just like a dent in my shelf. I just wanted to let that be known. But yeah, to my understanding, she's also one that like is a pretty good representation. So felt okay owning her. The wrap, the shawl, and these little fringes Top tier, top tier. Reese, I know, baby. I know, honey. You're having such a hard day. She's like, this is the worst. This is the worst thing you've ever done to me, is not pet me, specifically when you're filming. So yeah, I'm perfectly open to getting more of the like generalized dolls of the world Barbies. I don't really seek them out in the same way that I seek out or sought out the Princess Edition ones. But if I happen to see them out in the wild, I'm happy to get them. Then we have like my big multi-layered shelf. So we do have all of my current Faery dolls here, which is just like a little fun situation lining in like the 2 top rows. Again, we have an empty spot. Again, one that like I've said before I'm looking for. I just like haven't gotten around to getting her yet. But this is the pink Sparkle Fairy and the blue Sparkle Fairy. There's a purple. She's going to go in the middle once we get her. I really love those dolls. They were like just playline little dolls from when I was a kid. I know I had one and I cannot for the life of me remember what color I had. So I'm just going to own all 3. But I do think like they're relatively simplistic and the tops are just literally glittered onto the body. But they're cute. I can't deny it. They're cute. Then we have the Fairy of the Garden, I think, and the Fairy of the Forest. I think that's correct. These 2 were like, I don't want to say from the same line because I think it was just those 2, but they are connected. So I thought it'd be cute to have one on either side of what will eventually be the Fairy trio. Yeah, I just think that's really, really precious. I love how the wings are done. They're like sort of almost like a foam, but not quite. And the sparkle on them is absolutely exquisite. Love that. Julia is a relatively recent addition here. Let me see if I can. Hold on. She glows. I'm just trying to like not mess up the display to find the button, which is proving difficult. Hold on. We putting you on the shelf. Ta-da! It's so fun. Like, it's so silly. She's another one that I did have when I was a child and got rid of because got rid of all my childhood dolls. Biggest regret ever. But I recently bought her back. Semi-recently. This year. That's recent to me. And I'm so, so happy to have her. So let me put her back in the display. Sorry. I'm not being a very good YouTuber, but like, I don't think you guys come here for like a prime cinematic experience. And then on the other side of these 2 in the middle, we have the Enchantress from Fairytopia, who was a gift from one of y'all, and I will always be eternally grateful to get to own her. She's so, so stunning. The wings are like pretty simple. I mean, they're literally just like clear plastic with the outline on there, but they're so gorgeous. They're so, so pretty. I think the thing that frustrates me about the fairy display is like, look at all of these beautiful ways to make fairy dolls. All these beautiful ways to do fairy wings. And yet we still get absolute nonsense from Playland Barbie today. But we're not going to rant about that too much. We're going to rein it in and chill out. And then in the middle here, these are from the Faraway Forest line. So like, I would say that's like fairy adjacent. It's fantasy, so it feels close. But they are the wedding gift set duo. So we have a Barbie getting married to a Ken. I love them so much. They're so cute. The fact that they're wearing like matching clothes, like the same fabrics, they're just so good. And like the detail on their accessories, it goes crazy. Look how pretty this Ken is. Look how nice Ken can be if effort is put into him. So I thought that they like sort of fit in, like I said, with the fairy display. And it's just a cute little situation. The front row is random. It's just stuff. What are you? What's the name for her? Shoot. Okay. I'm not going to know. I will put it on screen if I can find it. I think she's some sort of sun goddess. I think she's like the goddess of the sun. I just don't know for sure, but I'll put it on screen. She's gorgeous though. The only thing about her that's like frustrating is all of her pieces are like pretty loose. Like obviously you can't see her shoes. She has shoes on under there. Weirdly loose. Like they're the standard just like Barbie heels like that so many Barbies have come with over the years. And for some reason hers are the only ones in my entire collection. Not that I have like a ton, but like the only ones in my collection that consistently fall off. So I had to glue those and also glue her little arm bracers on because they also kept falling off. But now she's beautiful. We're gonna skip around for just a second here. Then we have this masquerade Barbie who was also a gift, and like y'all are way too nice to me. Like y'all are way too nice to me. This doll is so like the amount of detail. I still think she might be the most detailed Barbie that I own. The mask and everything, and this entire collar piece, like this situation back here and the cape that it's connected to, that can come off. I'm stunned. But then we have, okay, I almost got their names mixed up. This is the Tribute to Fashion Barbie, the first one. They did just like recently re-release, or not re-release, oh my goodness, I can't talk today. They did just recently release the second one in this lineup. This was the first one though, and she is the reason that I have, what's the club name now? Barbie 59? The like membership on Mattel Creations. She's the reason that I finally gave in and got the Barbie membership, because I had been holding out for so long and just been like, no Barbie I've liked enough to get it. There have been plenty that I've liked, but like none that I've been like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pay the $10 a year for the membership. But she broke me. She got me. I just think she's genuinely perfect. Like I love every single thing about this doll. She's incredible. The face and the jewelry is like top tier. I'm in awe of her. And then we have the Styled by Design, I believe the second Styled by Design Barbie, who is also just unreal and incredible. Used my membership to get her and, you know, just solidified that I should have it. She's so pretty. I just love her. Like Barbie is not, like obviously my collection for Barbie is smaller. I think a lot of their hits are older Barbies. I mean, these are the first two Barbies that we've covered, these two in the middle, that have released even remotely recently. But like, when she hits, Barbie hits. She's so good, but we have to keep moving here. So, I mean, honestly, like there was the fairy theme, but after that, it pretty much is just random. I have a couple of Barbies from the Legends of Ireland collection. We have the Spellbound Lover. I have their stuff in the back too. It's not like as essential to me that be displayed as it is these. It's essential that I have it, but it's okay for it to just like line up and be a little bit less organized. I don't know why I'm like that. If I could explain, I would, but I can't. So anyway, yeah, there. If you see Anya's name back there, this is Anya. This is the Spellbound Lover. My bad. My bad for not putting those in the right order. But I definitely want to get more of this collection, the Legends of Ireland. They're such gorgeous dolls. They're pretty expensive, but they're definitely well worth it. So starting with her, the Spellbound Lover. Like the fabric is just so good. The like effect of this trim here, like a row of buttons, and also on her arms, incredible. But sorry, girly, Anya's stealing the show. Whoo! That doll is so. She's stunning. She's stunning. The fabrics, the poofy sleeves, y'all know I'm a sucker for a good dramatic sleeve. The silhouette in general, like she goes crazy. This one was a gift from Enzo from the junk drawer. Shout out Enzo, you are a lovely human being. This one is from a set, so I literally have already forgotten. It's a Lord of the Rings set. I think it came with Aragorn. Arwen, that's her name. I'm sorry, I like have never seen Lord of the Rings. I've read the books, I just didn't love them. Anyway, that's not the point. Enzo has Aragorn, gave me Arwen. That's very cutie. First of all, she's just gorgeous. Like, hello. As if I was going to see this Barbie and not be into that dress and that headpiece. But I also think it's fun that, like, one of my Dolly friends has the other half of the set. Like, it's kind of cutie patootie. I love it. Then we have my mermaid girls. I'm, like, chomping on air because I love them so much. So this is the Mermaid Fantasy Kayla doll, and this is Christy from the Magical Mermaids line. I want to say that's correct. That sounds mostly correct to me. Sometimes it's hard with Barbie because like a lot of the lines just sound like similar to me. I don't know. I know for sure this is Kayla and this is Christy though. I know their names. I'm just iffy on the lines that they came from. I had her as a child, rebought her. I'm so obsessed. This line with this one is a close second. Best mermaid dolls from Barbie ever. Arguably some of the best mermaid dolls, period, ever. They're so, so good. I'll try to show you real quick. They have to stay on stands because they do have silicone tails, which is what makes them so good. But it's dangerous if you like let them sit for too long because they'll get creases here and then it'll eventually rip over time. Because like this is a doll from the 90s. Okay, she she can get some wear and tear, but you can squeeze her hips and her knee will like flap to make the fin flap so it looks like she's swimming. So like excellent design, both for display. It's just gorgeous. The tail feels more real. Like it feels more like a fishtail. It's absolutely incredible. And then also the play value for kids. Reese, hey. She's scratching at my chair. Give me a second. Okay, we're back. I swear to y'all, she was fine before I came down here. She was like sitting with me on the couch. We were chill. And now she's mad that I'm not giving her attention. I will remedy that. Don't worry. But yeah, everything about that, incredible. And then Christy here is like quite similar. She does have a plastic top, but it is like it's not attached. Like it like sort of clips on. So it's like plastic, but it is removable, which I do like. And I just think like the way it looks is really, really fun too. You'll notice they are both orange girlies. She's orange and blue. She's orange and yellow. But I love the orange ones. You already know. Also, I didn't say there were two other colors, two other characters also that came with this one. And I feel like I want maybe one more. I don't know. If I could find them for a good price, I'd get like the whole sets from both of these. It's just they are kind of expensive. Anyway, though, moving back to Christy. Love the orange. Love the yellow. Again, it is the silicone tail and it does like the same situation. And I just think that's top tier. I think it's better. I think it should always be done that way. And I love them. So that brings us to the last shelf here. So we've got 3 Barbies from, I think it was the Great Eras line. And that's what you're seeing in the back. Again, I do like to have those like informational bits on display, but for some reason my brain is just like this. Non-negotiable. This, it's okay if they're a little bit obscured. I don't know why I'm like this, but it's fine. It's fine. I have to live with it. You guys only have to watch a video. So like, you're going to be okay. But so we have an English Barbie, a Grecian Barbie, and then a Renaissance Barbie. She was actually the first one that I got. I just like anything that's like vaguely medieval. Actually, she might be medieval. I can't, hold on. What's it say back here? Yeah, medieval times. That was my bad. I'm incorrect. Anything like medieval Renaissance, I know they are very, very vastly different time periods in history. Like, I do recognize that. I like it historically too. Like, I'm fascinated by those time periods historically. I'm talking about like in the slightly more fantasy sense, like the Renaissance Fest. I eat that shit up. So I really was excited to get her. She's got super cool. Oh no, Annalise. That's my bad. I can't even blame Reese for that one. Anyway, I'll fix her up a little bit more later. But the inside of the sleeves, so good. Her face is iffy to me. That's the case with all of them. But she was the first one I got because I was just like, you know what? I like everything else about her enough to be okay with the iffy face. And then getting her in person, I liked her more. So I was like, okay, well, I guess we can get a couple others. I know for sure there is another doll in this line that's inspired by the 20s. I don't have that one. I don't really want that one. That might be it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think those are the only ones. Oh no, actually, I think there is an Egyptian one. I do want that one too. After that, I think that's all that I want. But I found this Grecian Barbie. I had seen her like a few times by the time I finally got her. And I finally caved because I was like, girl, every time you see this doll in person at like antique stores or thrift stores or like toy store, whatever, you stop and you pause and you think, and you're being silly goofy for not getting her. Because I think she was like $10. So it's not like I was debating. It was like this whole like, oh, do you really want to spend $100? No, it was $10. And because I kept looking at her, it was like, she's definitely worth the $10. And now I'm really glad that I have her. I think she's definitely like a very unique looking doll and quite fun. And I love all like the leaf details. And then The English Barbie, who was $8. I vividly remember. I don't know why. But she's pretty. I need to redo her hair, I think. Because that's like the one thing. It's just, it's not working for me. My husband does not like that hairstyle. But yeah, I think we're going to try to like zhuzh that up a little bit. Not that I want to like modernize her too much. Like, I still want to keep it appropriate to the era. But I just think the execution needs a little assistance with her. But the dress, the dress goes crazy. She's got, there we go, a necklace. Love that for her. Like, just the amount of detail on these Barbies is incredible. But last for the video, and this is the reason that I wanted to end on these two, because these were two Grail dolls that I still honestly like. I cannot believe that I get to have these again. I'm gonna get emotional about it. I had these when I was a kid, and like, there are several that I've said that about. I would have been okay if I never had a Sparkle Fairy again, though. These two was like, I didn't think I ever would be able to own them again because they're so sought after and they're so expensive on the secondhand market. But I got them. I actually, I did like a whole video about it ages ago when I got them. But I actually got them from Japan. So the boxes were the Japanese variants. And only one of them, I can't remember which one, so I'm not going to do it, sorry. But only one of them can sing. And it's not even singing. Like, it's just the like musical, because it's like the Japanese variant. I guess that's how they handled that. I don't know. It's just kind of interesting to me, but that's fine. I have them, whether they sing or not. And I was able to get a decent deal on them too. I think it was like, I think it was $250 combined, including the shipping, which like is a ton of money. I'm not in any way trying to downplay that. But for dolls that are like literally Grail dolls, not just like, oh, I kind of want them. These are Grail, like I'm sitting here thinking about these dolls at night, dolls. And they usually, again, I guess I shouldn't say usually, because at this point I don't know what they go for, but at the time that I got them, they routinely, if you got them in box, because bear in mind, I got these dolls in the box, we're going for like $200 a piece, at least for Annalise. I think Erica, I don't know if she went for the same, but like, they were very expensive dolls, again, at the time. I imagine they're still quite expensive. Point being is it was a lot of money. It was a little hard to part with that much money for two dolls, but they're childhood dolls. They have like nostalgia for me. I'm getting emotional talking about them and looking at them. And like, I know it's the opinion to have. It's not a very unique opinion, but that's fine. This movie is the best Barbie movie to me. I love it so, so much. Like, there are not many Barbie movies. I'm going through and like sort of rewatching them with my husband just because it's funny to make him watch them for the first time. He doesn't like them. And it's just like fun to see them. As I'm rewatching, almost none of them are movies that like I would genuinely sit down and watch as an adult. And like, that's fine. Obviously, no judgment to you. If like a bunch of the Barbie movies you want to sit down and watch as an adult, everyone likes different things. Just for me, most of them have not held up. And like, I loved them way more in childhood than I do now. The Princess and the Pauper, unironically, like I will sit down and watch that and love it. And yeah, so just like having these dolls from my childhood for a movie that has held up for me and like means a lot. It's just so good. And I've got Wolfie and Serafina. They're kind of ugly, especially Wolfie. Like, that's he's a little rough, but it completes the set and I love them so much. So yeah, wanted to end on that big bang. That is the entirety of the Barbie collection. I'm sitting on the floor, scooting on my butt, trying to show you all of it. So yeah, a little bit smaller. I think maybe about the same size as like at least the Rainbow High on display. But definitely smaller than the Monster High. I managed to talk for forever, though. I already know that part. I was yapping. But yeah, those are the Barbies currently on display, currently in the collection, and I truly do adore them. As I said when I was talking about these two, like, I have so many complaints for modern day Barbie, and I will still have complaints for modern day Barbie when they keep doing the nonsense that they're doing. But older Barbies go so crazy hard, and even sometimes sometimes the modern ones, they really manage to pop off too. And I think it's really, really fun to be able to look at these shelves and be like, this to me at least, obviously it's a subjective thing, but this feels like some of the best that Barbie has to offer. And I'm just so grateful that I get to have them, enjoy them, and share them with you guys. But that is finally going to be it for me for today. I have to fix the downed ghouls. But yeah, that's the entire Barbie collection. Let me know who's your favorite, who's your least favorite, what your thoughts are, all of that jazz. And I promise next up we are going to do the Bratz dolls. I literally am just waiting for the fashion pixies, because like, how can I make a Bratz collection video and not talk about those dolls? They've been living rent free in my head since we got stock photos for them. So be excited for that one, but I'm finally gonna hush up now. I do hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night, whatever it might be, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.